A very good morning, my dear students. Really, I am very happy to communicate with you all through this online video lecture. I hope you all fine and safe with your family. Take care. Then, I would like to say that in this semester I am handling the subject US RMT, which means Resource Management Techniques. Before I am going to start this class, just I want to tell some instruction about RMT subject. Please listen me carefully. It's very important points. Just some of the instruction I would like to tell you that first one is it's not like your computer subject. Be careful. It's not like your computer subject. But if you learn this subject, it is very useful to create or develop your logical thinking power. Then, and one more important thing is, it's not a theory paper. It's a mathematical problems to find the solution. And then, really I don't know how long I will continue to take the subject to you all because you all know my health condition. But as soon as possible, I will try to complete at least some of the topics in Unit 1. You don't worry. And my kind advice, please listen carefully, and my important advice is kindly put new notebook for RMT subject. Because, dear students, kindly put new notebook for RMT subject because then only you can understand the concept. Please don't take it as careless. It's very serious. And one more important point is kindly put new notebook for graph. In school days, in math subject, you will draw the graph in graph note. No, same graph note you have to put this subject also. So, you have to put new notebook for the RMT subject. And one more thing is graph note for the subject. Be clear. I think you all understand what I am coming to say. And again I am saying, if everyone attend this class only, you can understand the problems in RMT subject. Otherwise, definitely you won't understand anything. Please kindly tell to your friends to watch my video, watch my lecture. Okay, that's it. And then now, before I'm going to start the RMT subject, just I want to tell you why we need to study RMT subject. What is the use? What is the purpose? For the computer students, why they have given the mathematical subject? What is the use? Why they have given? So, the main objective of the RMT, Resource Management Technique, is to improve the skill of solving very common problems. I think you all somewhat understand what I am coming to say. Okay, to improve the skill of solving very common problems which we come across in various fields like transportation and industries with machines. Okay, to develop computational skill and logical thinking. As I told you already, when you study the subject, so it will create the logical thinking power of the students. So you can solve your own problems, real-time problems. When you are going to the shop, if you want to some machine, if you want to buy some machine, so you can easily solve that problem. So when I'm taking the problems to solve it, you can understand clearly. You don't worry about that. To develop computational skill and logical thinking in formulation, industry-oriented problems as a mathematical problem and finding the solution. I think you all understand what I'm coming to say. Okay, so resource management technique, it's to improve your logical thinking power, It's to improve your mathematical skill and then to solve the common real-time problems. Okay, I hope you all understand what I'm coming to say. If once I started to take the class, definitely you will clearly understand what is meant by RMT, why we need to study RMT, what is the purpose, what is the use. Definitely you could understand. Okay, that's all, my dear students. Please listen carefully, watch my video. If you couldn't understand what I'm coming to say, definitely you can ask your queries through the mobile phone or through the Google Classroom. I will explain you. Definitely I will explain you at any time. You don't worry at all. But my kind advice is, kindly put new notebook for this subject. Then only it could be useful for your semester, and not only for the semester, it could be useful for your lifetime. Okay, all the best for your new coming semester. Please listen carefully. Thank you. Okay, shall we start the class? Here you can see, this is the syllabus of RMT subject. I will upload in the Google Classroom. You don't worry, okay? Here you can see Unit 1. Unit 1, you can see here, Introduction and Linear Programming. First they have given that Basics of Operation Research. Basics of Operation Research, they have given that development, definitions, characters, phases, models, advantages and limitations. These are all just introduction about the Operation Research. You don't worry. When I will give the soft copy of the 2-mark questions, you can understand the content of these topics. Okay, don't worry. So I would like to move on to directly problems in research management techniques in first unit. So first one is, they have given that linear programming. So let me explain you what is meant by linear programming, what is the purpose, how the definition will be. Just I would like to give you the introduction about linear programming. First topic, linear programming. Okay, listen here. Here you can see linear programming introduction. Linear programming optimization is the process to obtain best results, whether it is maximum profit or minimum loss in a mathematical model. As I told you already, so to purpose of study the RMT subject is find the solution for the particular problem, whether it may be maximum or minimum loss. Just understand. After that, when I started to explain the problems in LPP, which means linear programming problems, definitely you can understand easily. Please don't get afraid of it. Just I am explaining you now theory part. Okay, you don't worry about that. So in introduction, linear programming is the optimization, is a process of obtain the best results. It may be maximum profit or minimum loss in a mathematical model. Then next one is, the requirements are represented by means of, they have called as linear relationship. Next one is, when the linear programming deals with the optimization. So first I have told you what is meant by linear programming. Linear programming which could give the best result for the problem, mathematical models, whether it may be maximum or minimum. So in that, linear programming deals with the optimization of the function of variables known as objective function. Next important keyword I would like to say that variables and objective functions. And then it is the subject to set of linear equalities and inequalities known as constraints. I will explain you one by one. Okay, what is it? You don't worry about that. Then next one is linear programming is a mathematical technique which basically solves all allocated of limited resource in an optimal manner on the basis of given criteria of optimality. Okay, so in this concept they have clearly explaining that linear programming to find the best solution for the problem, whether it may be maximum or minimum. Here you can see first one. Okay, next one is they have saying that a linear relationship between one another, and then third one they are saying that variables, which means variables, that is called the objective functions, and fourth one is they are saying that constraints. I will explain you what is it one by one. Okay, wait a minute, sorry for the interruption. Here you can see first one is variables. The variables usually represent things that can be adjusted or controlled. For example, if I going to buy the pen, here you can see it's my pen. If I am going to buy a new pen in a shop, it is one things. Okay, two pen, two things, three pen, three things. Okay, not only for pen, whether it may be any machine. That's why in that machine they are saying that it is called variables. Okay, whatever you are going to buy in the shop, it is called things. So that they are saying that the variable usually represent things that can be adjusted or controlled. The variable values are usually unknown. Definitely, when I'm going to buy a new machine in a shop, definitely I don't know what is the cost of that machine. Okay, so that's why they are saying that the variable value are usually unknown when a problem is started. The cost rate involved during manufacture of the product. Definitely, when they manufacture this pen in the when in the company, then only they can fix the price or amount. Same thing when I'm going to buy a new fridge. For example, you can take it as fridge. Suppose if I'm going to buy a new fridge in one shop, I don't know what is the cost of that fridge. 2 months before, how much cost of that fridge, now what is the cost. These are the things I don't know. So the variable value usually unknown when a problem is started. The cost rate involved during manufacture of the product. So to goal to find the value of variable is provide the best result of function, objective function. So next important keyword is, as I told you already, objective function. It is a mathematical expression that combines the variable to indicate the requirements. It may be expressed represent the profit. So maximum profit or minimum loss. Okay. அதாவது எப்படி இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா மேக்ஸிமம் அது வந்து ப்ராஃபிட் தரக்கூடியதா இருக்கணும், அப்படி இல்லைன்னா மினிமம் காஸ்ட்டுக்கு நம்ம வாங்கக்கூடியதா இருக்கணும். இட் இஸ் கால்ட் அப்ஜெக்டிவ் ஃபங்க்ஷன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் வேரியபிள்ஸ், second one is, second important keyword you have to remind in your mind is objective function, and the third one is, you know already, constraints. Okay, constraints. Here you can see constraints. These are mathematical expressions that combine the variables to express the limitations on the possible solution. Here they are coming with the possible solution. What is meant by variable? Variable, which means things to represent or adjusted or controlled. Okay, first thing is this is the starting, the problem is started. Okay, the thing's name is variable. Second one is objective function. Objective function, whether it may be maximum profit or minimum. Here you can see we might require either maximum or minimum of the objective function. Second one is objective function. Third one is constraint. So here only we are going to find the possible solution. We are going to give the possible solution for that particular problem. These all mathematical expression that combines the variable to express the limitation on the possible solution. For example, they have given that here. They may express the idea that the number of workers available to operate a particular machine. So, same thing, I have told you the example like pen. Pen manufacturing department is there, no? You can take it as. So, number of workers available to operate the particular machine is limited, or the amount of raw materials available for production on the particular day. This is constraint. Okay. So finally I would like to conclude with these things. Linear programming, it's to give the best solution, and the three terminologies you have to remind in your mind is, first one is variables, second one is objective function, and then third one is constraint. Please don't get afraid of that when I am explaining you. If you couldn't understand the concept, definitely you can ask through the Google Classroom, or you can call me at any time. You don't worry at all, okay? It is very easy subject. I will explain you in easy manner. You don't worry at all. And then next one is steps for formulating LPP problem. Now only we are getting into the problem. Okay, first step. Write down the decision variables of the problem. If suppose in question paper they have given one problem of LPP, which means linear programming problems. Step 1, what they have given in step 1, we need to find out the decision variables of the problem. If I started to explain the problem, definitely you will get some idea. This is theory part, you don't worry about that, okay? So just listen me just follow me like steps. Write down the decision variables of the problem. So second one is to formulate the objective function to be optimized, whether it may be maximum or minimum as a linear function of decision variables. So first thing is variables, decision variables, we need to find out that particular problem, and then second one is we need to formulate the objective function. What is the third one? You know already. What is the third one? Constraints. Absolutely. So third one is constraint. Here you can see, here you can see third step is constraint. To formulate the other constraints conditions of the problem, such as resource limitations, market constraints, interrelationships between the variables, etc. as linear inequalities, equalities in terms of decision variables. So first three steps, as you know already. First we need to find out the decision variable. Kindly listen me carefully. It is very important point. When you understand the basics of linear programming problems, then only we can move on to the big problems. So again and again I am saying that kindly listen carefully, okay? So step 1, to find out the decision variables. So second one is we need to go for the objective function, and third one is constraint. Okay, good. And one more thing is they have given that fourth step is finally when you give the solution for that particular problem, it must be in non-negativity value, which means it must be in positive value. That's it. To add the non-negativity constraint from the considerations so that the negative value of the decision variables do not have any physical interpretations. Okay, so 4 steps. First one is decision variable, second one is objective function, third one is constraints, fourth one is it must be in non-negative value, which means it could be in a positive value. Okay, so finally I would like to conclude with that the objective function, the set of constraints of non-negative restrictions together form a linear programming problem. That's all. Okay, in this overall what is that, 4 pages we have seen. In this overall I would like to tell you that this 4 lines only. Okay, so the objective function, the set of constraints of non-negative restrictions together, it is called the linear programming problems. I hope you could understand what I am coming to say. Okay, shall we move on to the problem first? Okay, if you couldn't understand or if you couldn't follow the video, if I'm going fast, definitely you can stop the video and you can play it again and again. You can listen carefully. Okay, my dear students. Then, shall we move on to the first problem? Okay, let's see. As I told you already, in Unit 1, here you can see Unit 1, linear programming. Now only we have seen that linear programming introduction, definition, and what all the terminologies could be in the linear programming. And first one is formulation. Okay, and one more important thing is, whatever I am taking, kindly put new notebook for the RMT subject. Write down everything in your notebook. It's very important. Again and again I'm saying that. Okay, you don't be careless. Okay, be very serious. And first one is formulation. General formulation of LPP. Problem 1. When you see the problem, please don't get afraid. Definitely it will like a big paragraph. Okay, but the solution will be very easy. The problem is like this. Okay, you don't worry about that. Here you can see a manufacturer produces 2 type of models, M1 and M2. Each model of type M1 requires 4 hours of grinding and 2 hours of polishing, whereas model of type M2 requires 2 hours of grinding and 5 hours of polishing. The manufacturer has 2 grinders and 3 polishers. Each grinder works 40 hours a week and each polisher works for 60 hours a week. Profit of M1, here you can see they have given the profit. So automatically we know that in this problem they have given the maximum profit. Okay, if they have given in the question loss, definitely it could be minimum. Here they have given the profit. So automatically we know that in this problem they have given the maximum profit. So maximum profit, what they have given, profit on M1 model is rupees 3 and on M2 model rupees 4. Whatever is produced in a week is sold in the market. How should the manufacturer allocate his production capacity to the 2 types of models so that he may make a maximum profit in a week? See, finally they have given in the question also what is the maximum profit he makes. Okay, so again I am saying, whenever you see this question, please don't get afraid. It will like a big paragraph, but when we can go for the solution, it could be very easy. You don't worry about that. Okay, everything I will explain in a clear manner. You don't worry at all. Okay, shall we move on to the solution? Okay, let's see the solution. Please, whenever I am taking the class through the video, please don't write anything in your notebook. First listen carefully. Video is always there. So whenever you want, you can play the video and take notes on your notebook. Okay. So, we can move on to the first one. Actually, this is my RMT notebook. That's why I have written already everything in my notebook. But definitely I will explain you in new sheet. You don't worry. So first one is decision variables. On decision variables, here you can see how many models they have given, M1 and M2. So that's why we are taking that decision variable as x1 and x2. Here you can see. In all the problems, we need to write the first decision variables objective function. Second one is objective function, and the third one is constraints, and the fourth one is, you know already, it must be in a non-negativity constraint. Okay, so first one is decision variables. Here you can see, let x1 and x2 be the number of units of m1 and m2. Next one is objective function. What is meant by objective function? So we need to find the maximum or minimum profit. You know already, in paragraph itself I have explained you. Here you can see what is meant by objective function. It might be requires either it may be maximum or minimum of the objective function. So in question itself they have given that profit of M1 is 3 rupees and the profit of M2 is 4 rupees. So definitely they have taken that into into the new equation. Okay, since wait a minute, I think content is not clear.